Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2024 and welcome back to the Cockspur Phenom 100, and we are parked on the ramp today at Lanseria in South Africa. Nice cloudy Lanseria. There's a couple of Sapphires on the ramp next to us and a Baron as well. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that is that a King Air. I think that also might be from beyond ATC in that one as well. So like I said, nice and overcast. It's not as bad here as it is where we are going, or at least where we're trying to go. So in today's route, we're going to be heading down to Pietermaritzburg, where the forecast doesn't look great. If we can't make it into Pietermaritzburg, we will try King Sharka, and if we really can't get in there, we will come back here. So as I said, I'm using Beyond ATC for the traffic and our virtual air traffic control. And I have Active Sky running for the weather. So let's jump aboard and start getting our aircraft set up. Okay, let's come down here. It's been a while since I've flown the Phenom 100. So let's get our batteries on. Right, this should be on auto. It's a very simple aircraft. We can set that to auto as well. Those will go to auto. We'll leave the pumps for now. Belts we can put on. That should be on, not on. Auto, auto. Those can stay like that. Let's just accept that. That's good. These should be auto and auto. Lead set to both. Auto on the pressurization. And the rest is cool, it looks like. Okay, then what I need to do is bring up our route for today, so we can program that in to the GPS. Right, one thing I do really appreciate is this has a keyboard. So we're starting off at Lanseria. Let's just do this. Right, so we start off at Lanseria, and we are expecting runway 07. We go direct to Heidelberg, like so. Direct to Xerox. Then Warden. If I can just get this to actually let me go to the next waypoint. Oh, no, I have to just use this one. There we go. Okay, Warden is what I said, which is WRV. Then Ladysmith. And then to Pietermaritzburg. And we're expecting runway 16. Like so. Cool. So we should get Lanseria's chart. Nice and simple. So we're expecting 07. So we'll taxi out. Beyond ATC will probably give us some weird taxi instructions because of the third-party airport here. But it's not the end of the world, so we'll taxi out, hold short Alpha 2. It's like it doesn't know about this taxiway, so Beyond ADC is going to want us to go there and then backtrack all the way, but we won't do that. We'll just go down to Alpha 2. Nice and easy. Okay, ground frequency here is 121.650. So let's do 121.650, and then the next frequency we'll need is tower 1240. So we'll leave that there. And then we are Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike. Right, let's have a look at the weather. Currently here at Lanseria, we are wind 100 at 9 knots, 16 degrees, QNH 1023. There we go. Okay, 1023. Cool, let's call up Lanseria ground and ask for RFR clearance to Pietermaritzburg. Lanseria ground, good morning, Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike. IFR to Pietermaritzburg, ready to copy.
Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike, Lanseria ground, expect runway 07. Climb flight level 100 on runway center line, then expect radar vectors Heidelberg. Squawk 4342.
Okay, expect runway 07, initial climb flight level 100, radar vectors to Heidelberg, and squawk 4342. Hotel November Mike. Okay, so we've got flight level 100 set, so we can go heading
Zulu Sierra
and vertical
Hotel
speed.
November Mike, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
Call you back, Hotel November Mike. Right, so that's set. That's cool. The one thing I didn't actually do is
All aircraft
lights.
be advised information Mike now current. QNH1026.
Yeah, she said start or taxi, so I guess we can actually just go and start up. So let's go auto, and then we'll do, today is even, so we'll do 2 first. Okay, and 1. Super simple aircraft to start up. Okay, flaps set for takeoff. And ground, Hotel November Mike, ready for taxi.
Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike, runway 07 taxi via uniform, Sierra, Alpha, Alpha 1.
See, Alpha 1 is down there. Runway 07 via uniform, Sierra, Alpha, Alpha 1, Hotel November Mike. Okay, did I turn the taxi light on? Yes, I did. What I am going to do is just turn these up as well. Parking brake released. And 2 Sapphires on the ramp. They'll probably be active a little later. It is a beautiful early morning here, and we are just after Just about to go 10 past 6 in the morning local time. Let's see these aircraft. So that is Lima Echo November, Baron 58. Whoops, I should steer, which we saw, and it is going to Polokwane in about 10 minutes time. Okay, King Air 20 is going to FDSK somewhere in Eswatini, I think. Only at 7:45. And then the other King Air on the end is going to Joburg, or a Tambo, which is going to be like a 5-minute flight. But that's only departing at 8:30. Interesting. Okay, there's no one else out here, so let's just do lights, set for takeoff, flaps are set. Autopilot is good, except we need to sync the heading when we're on the runway. Initial altitude is set, vertical speed, QNH, and we can turn on our transponder as well. Right, I think we're good to go. We just need to get to the end of runway 7, and I just need to keep it on the taxiway here. We're looking at about an hour and a half flight time today down to Maritzburg. And then we'll see with the weather, because Maritzburg's only got RNAV approaches, no ILS. So we'll see how it goes once we get closer. Once we're in the air, I can check the weather and see what it's reporting as well.
Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike. Contact Lanseria Tower 124.0.
Tower 124.0, Hotel November Mike, good day. Okay, I need to get that departure frequency in there as well, because things are going to be happening quickly there, which is 1245. Tower, good morning. Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike, runway 07, ready for departure.
Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike, Lanseria Tower, wind 300 at 4, fly heading 070, runway 07, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 070. Runway 07, clear for takeoff, Hotel November Mike. Okay, so we will quickly just sync that up and set that to 070. Right, let's go. Airspeed's alive. coming up. Flaps coming up. Okay, autopilot's on. Then we're going to be at 10,000 feet pretty quickly. Into the clouds.
Hotel November Mike. Contact Johannesburg radar. Departure 124.5.
124.5. Hotel November Mike. Good day.
Negative. Johannesburg radar departure on 124.5.
124.5. Hotel November Mike. Departure, good morning, Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike, passing 8,000 feet, climbing 8,000. Correction, climbing 10,000.
Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike, Johannesburg radar departure, good morning, identified, climb to flight level 190.
Climb to flight level 190, Hotel November Mike. Okay, cleared up to 19.
Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike, turn right, heading 190.
Heading 190, Hotel November Mike. We're through 10,000. Let's get the landing lights off. Another aircraft out there. That's all I can see at the moment. Right, we are on our way. The next frequency they're going to give us is going to be 1185, so let's put that in.
Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike, turn right, heading 240.
Right, heading 240, Hotel November Mike. So I guess they're just going to get us onto an intercept heading here, where we can pick up our GPS routes. There's another aircraft. So that aircraft is a level and 5,000 feet below us.
November Mike, turn left, heading 180.
Left heading 180, Hotel November Mike. That aircraft's climbing, so they probably just took off from our Tambo. Sure, that seems a long way from our Tambo to still be at 11,000 feet, so maybe not. Direct Heidelberg, Hotel November Mike. Right, there we are on our GPS route now.
Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike. Contact Johannesburg Control West 118.5.
118.5, Hotel November Mike. Good day. Control, good morning. Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike, passing flight level 175, climbing flight level 190.
Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike. Johannesburg Control West. Radar contact. Climb to flight level 390.
Climb to flight level 390, Hotel November Mike. Okay, the other thing I should have done a while ago is set this to standard because we're cleared to a flight level. Not much to see below us because of the blanket of clouds. The Rand Airport would be just down here somewhere. All quiet on the frequency. Coming up to flight level 240. keeping an eye on our speed as well. I think if I remember, we're supposed to climb at about Mach 4.6, so I overshot that quite a bit. Coming up to flight level 300. Let's look at Pietermaritzburg's weather. Right. Overcast at 320 feet. That's going to be interesting. Wind 108 at 2.
Johannesburg, control west. Right star 201 Juliet. Flight level 350.
Right star, I don't know that call sign. Oh, it is for Absolute Aviation. Okay, so that's probably a King Air or something like that. They actually operate Phenom 100s, I think. Okay, flight level 330. So we're expecting runway 6. Based on the wind, I think it'll stay the same. The wind's only at 2 knots, so it doesn't make all that much difference anyway.
Johannesburg, control west. Springbok 303. Flight
South African Airways.
Link 701 Hotel. Johannesburg, control west. Expected on 1 Alpha. Runway 02.
Tone 1 Alpha, runway 02, link 701 Hotel.
Springbok 303, Johannesburg, control west, radar contact.
Okay, so down to 5,500 minimums of 390 feet radio, so it's overcast at 320. We are going to struggle. quite windy up here, almost 70 knots off the right hand side. Coming up to 370. Coming up to our cruise altitude. There we are at cruise. Okay, back to cruise power. Now we're going to cruise along for the next hour or so. And I'll join you just now when we prep for our descent into Pietermaritzburg and see if there's any hope of us actually making it in. Okay, we are just coming through 10,000 feet on our descent. We were given on Avro runway 16 with the STEX transition. We're just coming up to STEX now and just about to hit our VNAV path here. In fact, I'm not even entirely sure why that's not capturing. But we're cleared down to 5,500. We've also been handed over to Pietermaritzburg Tower, so we'll call them once we get onto the on our arrival. Okay, I think we can start backing the speed off a bit. And I guess we put it into approach mode. There we go, now we picked up the glide path. Okay, I've gone throttle idle and we can just slowly bleed that speed off. We might need to get some flaps and gear out to help with that, it looks like. So flap 1 is maximum 200, 2 and 3 is maximum 180. So let's go flaps 1, it'll help us slow down. At Pietermaritzburg Tower, good morning, Zulu Sierra, Hotel November Mike, RNAV 16 established. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna make it in here, this is gonna be interesting. Right, if we don't, we follow the missed approach back out to STEX and we try again.
Sierra Hotel November Mike, Pietermaritzburg Tower, runway 16 clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 16, Hotel November Mike. Right, let's dial this down to 2,700 then. We'll do 2600. So 2740. No, 2700. 2740 is our minimum. So let's get the gear down nice and early. And we can go flaps 2 as well. Start putting some power back in now. Okay, gears down, lights are set, flaps are set, they're still moving, but we've got them set to full. Keep our speed around 110. I can just barely make out the ground. I'm coming through 4,900 feet. So we might actually be okay if I can already start making out the ground at 5,000 feet. We might actually just make it in here. Ready altimeter 1800. Okay, 1F1 4,600 feet. Good. We are clear to land. Okay, 1F2, 4,080 feet. Right, Mr. Approach altitude, climb to 7,000. 3,500 left turn to STEX at 7,000, and then we join the hold and try again. It's looking good though. Okay, 1F2 480 checked. 1F3 3520. See the airport. Just other side of the river. I don't exactly see the runway though. Okay, bring it down to about 100 knots. I can see the puppy lights, I think. Runway is in sight. Nice and bumpy. Yaw damper's coming off. Autopilot's off. I have control. I hate those windscreen reflections. Hi, welcome to Pietermaritzburg.
Exit next available taxiway.
Next available taxiway, Hotel November Mike. Okay, let's get the flaps up. Right, okay, that wasn't as bad as I was expecting. As we got onto the RNAV, I thought, yeah, there's no ways. It was solid, and then just cleared up a bit, so... Aha, I see there's an updated meta, overcast at 1,000 feet, so that's why it has lifted in the hour and a half or so that we were up in the air, so that explains a lot. Still, conditions like this all over South Africa at the moment for this whole weekend. Looks like we are going to be putting our IFR skills to the test. Today was pretty chilled, but tomorrow looks like it might actually be worse. Okay, strobes and landing lights we need to do. Hotel November Mike, request taxi to assigned ramp. Okay, so strobes, and I was just checking, I did them from my HOTAS.
Zulu Sierra Hotel November Mike, ramp tree, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Ramp 3, pilot's discretion, Hotel November Mike. Right, welcome to a beautiful overcast day here in Pietermaritzburg. I'm just gonna park us over here. The Phenom isn't very maneuverable on the ground, it feels like. Okay, there we go. Maybe I was just going a bit too fast. Right, parking brake. Let's come up here and switch off the taxi lights. And then we can shut down the engines. Right, that can go to off, that can go down. Off, off. Back to off. That can stay, that can go off now. Off, off. It can stay on auto, I guess. This comes off, that goes there. Cool, that's fine. That's done, and then we can switch this off, turn this down. And these need to come off, that's the last thing. And then batteries off. Right, I really enjoy the Embraer business jet, super cool. Okay, and there we have it. So, seems we got a bit lucky as the cloud base did lift while we were in cruise. Otherwise, I think if it was much worse than that, we would have struggled quite a bit. But anyway, Beyond ATC was cool. And another pretty chilled, enjoyable flight from Lanseria down to Pietermaritzburg in the Phenom 100. And that's going to bring us to the end of today's video. As always, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, you know what to do down below. And hopefully I see you in the next one.